Hello again everyone, and welcome to the second episode of my GTA Online racing series. Now what I've got for you today is two races, and they are both with the same people, both from the same lobby, and they both happened pretty much, well, one happened after the other one essentially. So catch up is on in this lobby. If you've watched my first video in this series, you'll know that I don't like catch up, but I'm not going to say any more about that because I covered it more than enough in the first video. So yeah, in this race I'm up against three other people, and in this first race we're racing muscle cars. Now traffic is also on, and that is going to play a part at least in this first race. As you've seen there, I got absolutely wiped out by that bit of traffic, and I'm right at the back and have no chance essentially at this point. But it is a very unpredictable race when traffic is on, and obviously catch up is on, so I expect that everyone in front of me will be going a little bit slower so that I can catch up. Look, I keep talking about catch up and I need to stop. It really annoys me. But yeah, so I'm not as good with muscle cars, I've found out at the moment. This is my own custom car, and I was trying to use my own custom car just to win some races. But yeah, I'm not quite as good at the moment with muscle cars because I haven't really figured them out yet. This was one of the early races that I did in muscle cars. So yeah, I'm not that great in these, and I'm not doing too well in this race, as you can see. But traffic is on, and that makes it unpredictable. Now, as you've seen there, it's been bad for me, but it could also be bad for others in this race as well. And I have no problems with people wanting to put traffic on in certain lobbies. It mixes things up a little bit. The only problem with traffic comes when it becomes a bit of a laggy lobby. And traffic will just, there might be a car nowhere near you, and then it will just transform into your path and you'll crash and be out of the race or put further back. So that's when traffic does become a problem, but in general, there's nothing that wrong with traffic, and really you've just got to be more careful in those kind of lobbies when you're racing. And you'll see that I am in the second race. But in this race, obviously, it's 2 laps long. This is the second lap and I'm still way at the back. It hasn't been all that interesting at the moment because all I've done is just tootle around on my own at the back. But it does get a lot more interesting soon because I do start to catch up to the others. Well, I think it's more so that they hit each other and get into all sorts of trouble because it doesn't seem like the best behaved lobby in the world. And you can normally tell what kind of lobby you're going into by the settings on it. If you see a lobby that I'm in, I went for a gap there that wasn't there. That was silly of me. That was my fault. Yeah, if any lobby that I host won't have traffic on, won't have catch up on. It'll be supercars. It'll be proper pure racing in the purest sense. But that's not going to be the case for everyone. People like different things, and sometimes if in a lobby like this, muscle cars, traffic's on, catch up's on. It's not going to be maybe the best behaved lobby in the world, maybe not the greatest in terms of skill either. But you just take what you can get, and you just get a bit of variety with GTA Online races, and that's one of the good parts about it. But yeah, it's not the best behaved, and as you've seen there, I got hit again, and I end up finishing third in this race, which wasn't that great. But in the next race, what happens is, everyone decides to replay this race essentially. So we all go back to the lobby, same 4 people again, but this time the host chooses to use supercars. Now supercars are kind of my thing. I'm a lot quicker with supercars than I am with any other car, relative to other people, that is. So obviously, me being me, I decided to stay in the lobby. I didn't want to just let these guys win these races by acting the way that they did, and I wanted to stamp my authority on the lobby, I suppose, and that's what I do in this race. I don't get the greatest of starts, but again, they're off to hitting each other straight away, right off the bat, and I just basically cruise past them all, nice and easy, stay out of trouble. I know the track now, which I didn't beforehand in the first race. I obviously know to be careful because of traffic, and because it's supercars, I'm a lot more comfortable with the car itself. and you'll just see me drive away. Catch up's on, but I drive away from them. And that's, I was mentioning this in the last video. If you are significantly better than the people you're racing against, it shouldn't matter that catch up is on anyway, because you should win. And in this race I absolutely slaughter them. I think they finish about 20-30 seconds behind me after only 2 laps. So yeah, I know I was happy about getting that win, because after the first race where I'd pretty much shown myself up by just being terrible with the muscle cars and all sorts of getting hit all over the place, I managed to stamp a bit of authority on this race and come through with a big win. So I guess it's time really for my sort of first tip of this racing series, because I'm almost through 2 videos without giving you any kind of information whatsoever. And that would be know your lobby, know your competitors, know what you're getting yourself in for. When you join a race you can see all of the settings, so you know that traffic is on or off, or catch up is on or off. You can read and learn about the people in the race before you've even got on the track. And if traffic's on, if catch up's on, if you think they might be hitting you all the time, just take it a bit easier. Just chill out at the start, let people crash, make their own crashes, and then go for it after that, pass them and then leave them for dead. But if it's a more serious race, traffic's off, catch up's off, everything like that, supercars are on, realise that you're going to probably be in a bit of a dogfight and a bit of a good race, and act accordingly. So it's all about knowing what you're letting yourself in for, essentially, before you actually start racing, and that gives you just straight away an upper hand on anyone else who isn't doing that, because from the start you're acting how you should be to get the best result. So yeah, that would be my first tip. Obviously it's nothing special, but more tips will come in the future when I actually learn more about the game itself, and the tracks and cars and things like that as well. So this race is coming to an end now. We're just rounding the last corner, and I've absolutely decimated the opponent, as you'll see. I don't know what the whole world record thing is with GTA Online. It must be a bug, but I actually do set a world record with this race, even though catch up was on and I was theoretically slowed down. Well, at least I think I get slowed down. But yeah, an absolute staggering performance. I was really happy about that race. A nice $8,000 and 2,000 RP for that one. So yeah, I got quite a bit of money and RP for that. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, give it a like, and put some comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking. Are you enjoying online racing still? And thanks for watching. See you next time.